Welcome collective to Timeless Energy. I am Barbara. This is a general timeless reading. This is entertainment purpose only. If it does not resonate, please do not make it fit. Watch out for scammers in the comment section. That is not me. I do not reach out. This is my disclaimer. Okay? Thank you for liking. Subscribing helps build my channel, and thank you for your comments and your donations. I have no idea what is going on or what has been going on lately with the energy. I actually personally almost decided to discontinue the tiny bit of effort I'm able to make with this video over time, a lack of time. But I got up this morning and decided, I really enjoy it, and I really enjoy sharing this with the subscribers that I have. So bear with me if there are fewer videos. I will do my best to continue them as best as I can. Okay, we are going to pull the Runes Oracle. We have already saged and smudged. We need one Runes Spirit Guide me. Oh, my goodness. That flew out. Is anybody traveling right now? Jumping on a plane or anything like that? Okay. Gebo. The union and generosity is a symbol. Is a rune of giving and offering hospitality, generosity, marriage, and sacrifice. And that is actually a pretty good card. But it did fly out, and I did make that part of the read. If you are flying, hospitality, well, you know what, you could be staying in a hotel. Who knows? Whatever it is that you're doing right now, if it resonates. Okay, we've got 3 cards for my timeless read, and let's see what we have here. Okay, Spirit Guide me. We need 3 cards for my timeless energy. 3 cards for my timeless energy. Spirit Guide me. 3 cards for my timeless energy. Spirit Guide me. 3 cards. Spirit Guide me. 3 cards. Okay, can we see that? 5 of Swords. Okay, here we go. Spirit Guide me. 3 cards for my timeless energy today. 3 cards for my timeless energy today. Oop. And this is 5 of Wands. I'm sorry if the visibility is not really good because these are metallic. 3 cards. 1 more card for my timeless energy today. Spirit Guide me. 1 more card. And I got the 4 of Wands. Okay. Let's see what we have here. First of all, I've got 2 throat chakra cards back to back. Before we start, I like to use the chakras as clarifiers because I don't have a lot of space to move around and do clarifying cards. Or I'm also not that quick. I mean, there are so many very impressive people out there. I like to keep it very basic and simple, but I do like to add the throat chakras. We have 2 of them here. This is a heart chakra. And with the heart chakra, we are looking at being curious about life, having diversified interests. One of the things about the heart chakra, you automatically assume it has to do with love. You can love again would be a definition for a heart chakra. But it is not specifically just about love. Heart chakra energy is, you know what's right is not always what is normal. Okay, you take that statement whatever way you like, but you're consciously awake. That is the heart chakra. Well, we have 2 of the throat chakras here. Now, the throat chakra is saying or doing things that are authentic. I got up today with a lot of energy, and trust me, everything I did or took care of was definitely authentic. But what you say, or what you think, or how you express yourself, your life's purpose, expressing things without fear, but it needs to be like an authentic kind of energy. That is what the throat chakra is. You have twice this energy. Now, with the first card, the 5 of Swords, well, the meaning of a 5 of Swords can automatically be, with most people, some kind of defeat. But if you take a look into the more in-depth things that a 5 of Swords could have in its meaning. 5 of Swords is an Aquarius energy and a Venus energy. Stubborn. You could lavishly spend money, or being a love energy, love spending money in large amounts. You could love beauty. With Aquarius in that energy, you could be stubborn about things, or you could be very caring about things. But the 5 of Swords itself, it's a roadblock of sorts. You're encountering some kind of conflict. Personally, as a situation or whatever it is, the conflict is too big to take on. That's where you get the energy or definition of defeat. The conflict is too big for you to take on, or it's better that you walk away. Now, this could represent fighting in this conflict. It's kind of like a battle card of sorts. But you know, in life, everybody thinks there's a winner and everybody thinks there's a loser. I've often been on the side of the losing card, or the losing energy in my life, and trust me, I am trying to date myself, but being on the losing side at the point of where I'm at, that's an awfully big box to fill. So I've got a little bit of experience with being on the losing side. Now, people think that they're on the winning side in a conflict, and you're on the losing side of a conflict. They probably just did you a favor. When you have an obstacle or an opponent that is too big for you to take on, or you are just not wanting to deal with it at this point anymore. And you walk away. Then you move on at that point. And this is from experience, not from the card. So we have stubborn energy and a conflict energy. It might have to do with a love situation. We are not assuming that there are one or many people, but we are assuming that the conflict might have to do with love. It could have to do with envy, and it could have to do with money. But this is a stubborn energy where there is a conflict. And as far as the situation, irregardless of whether you're on what you perceive as the winning side or you perceive as the losing side, the defeat is an aggressive one. It's something with personal relationships or something else that you just have to kind of throw in the towel, because there isn't going to be any good result. So you walk away. This is what the Five of Swords energy is, and that's in a situation. There might be some disappointment. But, you know, there are some obstacles that we just cannot overcome. We're not going to go into this, but the Five of Swords is, like I said, a stubborn energy. Again, I will say this obstacle could have to do with love or beauty, maybe your appearance. This obstacle could have to do with spending or money or envy. Okay? Venus is emotional harmony, and that's really hard to balance when you're dealing with the Aquarius energy of being stubborn or dealing with somebody who's stubborn. And if you're having this Five of Swords conflict, the energy that I am seeing is that he's walking away. He's got his back turned his back, doesn't want to have anything to do with it. You see right there, got a sword in the hand, turned his back, walking in the other direction. That is what I'm seeing there. That's kind of what's sticking out. Now, with the Five of Wands energy, Leo, and this does not necessarily mean a person, because timeless energy, I try to focus on energy, not people, individually. But this is a Leo energy and a Saturn energy. These energies are actually in the card fire sign energies. Saturn I always was scared of, because, you know, I always thought, oh, Saturn, it sounds like a bad card. But actually, Saturn is a fated card. It's something, again, that you have no control over. So this dude here is walking away. And there's a conflict or an obstacle, and there's no control over that. Right? Well, you can't actually pass judgment on something that you need to walk away from when you've got no control over it. The Five of Wands, if it's dealing with a group of people, you know, multitude of like things that need to be done, a competitive situation. Being competitive is really strong in this. It's a fated situation where there's a lot of competition. You've got no control. The obstacles are so insurmountable that you literally are just like dropping the towel, grabbing your sword, turning your back and walking away. With the fire energy of the Five of Wands is self-confidence. And people on both sides of the conflict can be very self-confident that they are right, or they have succeeded, or that they won. With the Saturn being a fated card, it's not something that anybody really has a way to change. And it's unfortunate, whatever this event was, but it was meant to happen. And there was pretty much, I am saying that there's probably no way to avoid this event. A fated event, you have your pride, some people could be arrogant, but a fated event, I mean, there are limitations to how much conflict a person can deal with. And if it's a fated event that's meant to happen, and the conflict or obstacles are so insurmountably high, you're not wanting to deal with it and you're walking away. This is actually the energy that I am seeing. We all have our limitations. And this is fate. This is something that you had no control over. This is something that you could not fix. There are some people in the zodiac, I am one of them, spend a huge amount of energy fixing and repairing. And there are certain things when you reach a point with people, there are just some things that you can't fix. Personally, I don't think that there's a right or wrong or a good or bad in any people. Personally, I think the energy of trying to be the cup is half full, staying positive. I mean, we are all human and we all have those days where the slip and slide, literally, seriously, end of the rope kind of slip and slide. But we try to see the good and the bad and everything. This is insurmountable conflict, and you have your limitations. Now, with the Four of Wands, this would be like how we feel. And actually, the Five of Wands and the Four of Wands are both throat chakra. You know who you are. You're not afraid to show it. You're not afraid to express your ideas, express how you feel. You're not afraid to be authentic. Throat chakra. You've dealt with the conflict. You've thrown in the towel. You've grabbed your sword. You're walking away. The barriers, the blockages, the conflict was insurmountable. And here you are with, this is a fire energy. Aries is definitely a fire energy. And you also have a Venus energy here, which is attraction, beauty, love, things that you love. Whatever it is that you love, or whatever it is that you still love, but are separated from. And the fire energy of Aries, it's like life is not a game. Some people think that they're calling all the shots. You are calling the shots. Your Aries energy, your fire energy, your love of whatever you are immediately dealing with. You're the one who's making the choices. And in this particular situation, this could indicate that you need a vacation, or somebody does. You've walked away from a very big challenge. There is no winner. There is no loser. You have to pick up your sword and go find a fight that you could actually win and leave the conflict behind you. There is some sense of accomplishment in this. Was the fire energy of the Aries is being optimistic? And I emphasize the vacation because honestly, to tell you the truth, sometimes I really could use one of a personal, I'll make that part of the reading while we're at it, but the Venus energy of what you love. You could turn that around and say, not only what you love, but who's around you that cares about you. You're turning away from a conflict or whatever. It's too hard to get past this barrier. So, you need a vacation, you need a break, you need a fresh start. You need to deal with the people that actually care about you and are not afraid to express that. There is love here, and it could be you love money, work harder, earn more money. As you turn your back on this conflict and you're going to bury yourself in something that you love, this could be part of the energy that I'm looking at. Burying yourself in something that you love could include travel. I really could use that vacation because vacation came up in the definition of this card. To be honest, I'm pushing it, okay? Because I don't have a visa. But you've reached your limitation. You're moving on. The conflict is going to be over because you're going to take your sword and you're going to fight a battle that you actually have a possible chance of succeeding. The fight and the battle of living a life, the fight and the battle of finding something that you care about, something that you love. It doesn't necessarily have to be a person. You just heard the cat. In my case, 5 animals who are constantly waiting for my attention. 5. Yes. What do you love? Focus on something, a battle that you can win. Okay? Some people love spending money. Well, hey, some people like to call it an addiction. It's really nice to have nice things. If you have it, then spend it. Some people like to work on their beauty. Will spend all day long looking absolutely gorgeous to go outside of the house for a half an hour. If that's what you're into and that's what you love, go for it. Okay. The problem with the conflict that you had to walk away from is there is a possibility with this energy of the love and the fire energy of the Aries. You're calling the shots. Walking away from the conflict doesn't mean that there's not something in that situation that you didn't have feelings about. It just simply means that you're throwing in the towel and you're walking in a different direction, which is less toxic, healthier for you, or maybe something that you can find a better success in. We all have free will and make choices in our lives. And to be honest with you, walking away from a conflict or something that you're not going to win and focusing on what's going to make you happy would probably be what what this read is pointing out right now. Now, see, we have union here. Giving, hospitality, generosity, sacrifice. Marriage, which is a relationship, does not have to be like an intimate relationship. That card says marriage. It could be a man and wife or a relationship of that type. It could also be a different type of relationship where there's a union of some type, where people are paired up or on the same side or working towards the same goal as a team for the same reason. Keeping your eye on the prize. Maybe everybody has their eye on the prize, but you know what? The prize can't go to everybody. There's going to be a conflict. But you're working as a team. You have the same things, the same goals, the same union energy. And that is what we're looking at here. I do appreciate you coming and visiting me here today at Timeless Energy. I know that what I have been working on has been somewhat sporadic. I'm not going to go into that. I do appreciate you coming. I am hoping to put another read out here, at least 2 a week, if that's the best that I can do. But I do appreciate you coming, and by all means, come back or check out one of my other videos that I have. They are all timeless, and have a nice day.